Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, my name is Arafat and welcome back to another episode of All Talk, No Shock. So on this episode I want to talk about something that I mentioned in a previous All Talk, No Shock episode where I said, is there a resurgence of Masterpiece in the toy market now? And I think it's fair to say that it's been a fair resurgence since then, because now we're getting almost daily reveals of new Masterpiece toys, particularly in the third party worlds, and we don't know what to do with all of these. There is so much on there. Let's just go through just what's been revealed.
All talk, no shock.
So first of all, the company that really stands out at the moment is X-Transbots, and they have just gone into complete overdrive with some of their reveals. We've got anything from their Protector bots to Deathsaurus is a recent one that's come out. We've got Punch Counter Punch going on. We have Runabout, Run Amok. Just so many that they've got going on. And a lot of people have speculated this is their way of kind of saying sorry to kind of their recent mistakes, particularly with their cup, their lock, and how badly that was received. But they're just throwing stuff out by the bucket load and they don't seem to be slowing down. I hope these come out really well. I hope their Preceptor in particular comes out really well, because that seems to be a very good piece that could run even the likes of Fans Toys close for their money. Speaking of Fans Toys, yes, they were making quite a bit of noise, maybe not so much of late, but we've got their Preceptor coming, their Stomp or Chomp, I can't remember the name of it, their Skull Cruncher, not to mention their Cliff Jumper that they're working on, which looks like a real improvement compared to anything Takara's going to throw at it. And of course, their Robot Paradise, their Soundwave. I'm not entirely sure if we're still going to class this as Fans Toys. It possibly is though, but still a company that wasn't making a lot of noise and a very strong company with a very loyal fan base, even that is making noises in the Masterpiece world yet again. MMC have even shown their repaint of their Optus Pexus, their Nemesis Prime in the Orion Pax kind of mould, or the Optimus Prime mould, depending how you want to look at it. They're IDW inspired. This looks really good. I love the accessories on it with the cracked faceplate to really give that iconic image. It's just a shame we haven't got that for the Optimus Prime colours, so to really capture that comic panel expression. But again, MMC, one of the mainstays in third party, and okay, maybe it's debatable whether you consider MMC to be Masterpiece or not, they really are, but still, they're bringing out stuff now. We're starting to see a resurgence from them. And Kang Toys are still going on with their Predacons. Now, this is Razor Claw, their interpretation of it, and it's incredibly stylized. Now, I think this is a very interesting design, a very cool design. I'm a big Razor Claw fan, he's one of my favourites. I wouldn't say this is entirely the Razor Claw that I want, but a Masterpiece Razor Claw I do want. And so I can't wait to get this in hand. As you can see, I've got some of them up there already, so I'm definitely in for this set. I hope it comes out really well. I don't think the gold looks all that, but I am prepared to admit that I think these are pre-production shots. I don't think this is the final colouring, particularly when you compare the gold to, say, on a dive bomb versus these rendered shots or even prototype shots of Razor Claw. And again, back to one of the big hitters, we got Zeta Toys making a bit of an addition to, I guess, their metallic edition of Bruticus. You can get the, I suppose, faux chest piece, the blast off effect to really give it a G1 Toon aesthetic look, which is great, which is fine, and they're really getting every bit of money out of this Bruticus mold that they can, and so they should. It is a wonderful piece. I've got it myself, I've reviewed it myself. I think it is a wonderful combiner set, and I would even go as far as to say it is the best outright combiner, finished combiner, on the market at the moment. And even now we've got Deformation Space, or Deformation. It's a, well, I think it's Transform Element, if we're to believe what we read online in the dirt sheets, if you like. This is their interpretation of a very close-cut run to MP52, the recent addition to Starscream. It's not the same. There's got its own tweaks to it, its own characteristics. It looks very clean. Recently, the likes of Ben's Collectibles has put it up for a review on his channel, and I think it is a very interesting piece, and it's one that if I hadn't got the Make Toys Howling Meteor, I would really look to go at this. It's a very clean figure, and a darn sight cheaper than a Takara mold. But one noticeable absentee from this is Takara. Now, I think it's been quite a while since we've even heard a tease of a Beast Wars Masterpiece. Tigatron was the last, and they haven't really teased much more. I think it was the Bumblebee versus Bumblebee movie, their Optimus Prime, which didn't get much in way of being well received and well looked out for. So Takara haven't got much to offer. Okay, there's MP52 as well, there's Starscream, and they're going to milk that for what it's worth. But Takara really kind of keeping out of the Masterpiece market much more than they once were. I wonder if third party have kind of grabbed that stranglehold back off them, maybe bullied them out. But Takara have done really well in the Chug market, so maybe they'll stay there. Maybe that's where the money's going to be for them, for the focus, for now. And that is just a sum of what has come out recently. Now, it's fair to say that this is a resurgence. This is beyond resurgence. This has exceeded what we were expecting to find. But why? What's so special around this time of year? Okay, it's a run up to Christmas, maybe. Oh my god, Christmas isn't far away. You're thinking, what is so special about now? Okay, X-Transbots might have something in mind where they're trying to make up a bit of ground, and maybe Fans Toys, having gone quiet for so long, they're trying to make up a bit of ground as well. But do you think about the questions we were asking at the start of the calendar year? Is Masterpiece dead? People were saying it's over. People are migrating to Legends collections, and they still can, they still might. But I think it's fair to say that Masterpiece is not dead, and there is still a market for it. There's clearly money on the table to be had, and the companies are jumping at it with both hands. We haven't seen the likes of Make Toys just yet, or even Geiger Power hasn't released anything new for a while, so there's some companies that are still a little bit quiet, maybe with some more to offer. But if you are in a Masterpiece market, you are very much in luck. There is so much out there that you can get your hands on, and I think it's only going to get better. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is a resurgence? Have we passed the resurgence? Is it now a dominance of Masterpiece on the market with daily reveals, so it seems? Are we kind of past the days of Combiner Wars and Titans? Are we now looking at Masterpiece reveals for long periods of time? Is it going to be the dominant toy figure that gets seen on shelves? Okay, figurative shelves, online shelves. It would be interesting to know how long this lasts, and if any people's collections change with these mass amount of reveals. It is going to turn some people's heads, and it's going to break some people's wallets. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next one.